Hi, I'm Eric Meeks and welcome back to In-Store Designer. Today we're here at Rehab Vintage Interiors. We're going to bring a new twist to modern design by way of Italy. That's because we're meeting with the Bartolucci sisters, whose Italian upbringing strikes a new chord on this Southern California landscape. Using the natural patterns of wood, combined with acrylics, they've created a new concept called shape within shape. So let's go inside and find out what's in store. Here with Nicole and Sael Bartolucci of Isotrope Design. Thanks guys for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So tell me about your history. You guys are both from Italy. You're both Florentine.
Yes, we are. We were always surrounded by Florentine architecture. So we lived in a Florentine villa.
Renaissance.
Yeah.
You started out with this sort of Renaissance, Florence kind of background, and now you're moving to something that seems almost, I don't know if this is the word you guys would use, but deserty in a sense.
The environment probably helps. I mean, living in LA, it's a high desert, but you have the mountains, you have the ocean, so you're constantly affected by what you have around you. And the same thing was in Florence. Of course, we were surrounded by Renaissance, so we grew up with that kind of quality in, you know, the furniture that was around us.
What's the most challenging part of starting your own design business? I know that you guys are really young and you're just starting out.
And nowadays, I feel like also in Los Angeles, there's so much competition. It's one of the capitals of design. So you're constantly trying to, you know, find out what's new and still be true to your design and your original concept.
Tell me, what is it like working with your sister?
We're brutally honest with each other. So if something's not working out, I'm going to tell her and vice versa.
Yeah.
Give me an idea, what is this piece about here? I mean, this is really interesting. It's clear, you've got some wood on the inside. How does this all work?
All right, so I had kind of an interest for line quality and description of like topography, geological striping, all of that. But I wanted to translate it with wood, so I started layering pieces of wood and kind of playing with depth and form and shape and sizing. And then I thought, why not flip the same image on the bottom, but how can I make this piece be suspended so that people can view it from the top, kind of from the bottom, from angles. So I thought, well, the only material is glass or plexiglass that can potentially show that.
This piece here is our Sael piece.
Sael, so it actually has your name.
Correct. My sister named it after me. It was the first piece that we created, and I guess the initial inspiration was the desert. My name is the name of a desert in North Africa, and so I think you can see it from the piece. There's, again, that repetition.
Sure, yeah, it has that look of sort of like moving sand or something like that.
Correct.
I really like this, although I feel like somehow I would arrange them wrong. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't think there is a way. We've actually
like
experimented. They're produced so that every piece is slightly different, so there's never going to be an overlapping or a feel of like steadiness throughout the piece. It's always interchangeable and kind of romantic in that way. Yeah.
It does lend itself to a bit of romance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of this free-flowing thing. I would, if I had this in my place, I would literally, if you came over to my house, I would make sure every time you came over it was different.
so I would notice.
You'd never notice that it was like the same thing. All right, so why side tables specifically? I know some people talk about designing the Great American Chair.
Actually, the initial concept was not even tables. It was it was art. It was a sculpture. And then she made them into this square format that resembled a table. So we thought, well, why not? Why not make something that's functional and art? It can be a table or it can be an accent piece in your home.
And that's kind of what good design is, right? It is functional art. It's like marrying these like two concepts.
Of course.
And it really seems to work well. I think that your sculptures have made these interesting side tables.
We don't want it to be just one thing forever.
Yeah.
We want people to be able to change it around.
So Nicole and Sael, thank you so much for being a part of In-Store Designer. It's great having you on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
I'm so impressed with what these two new designers have already come up with. I can't wait to see what Isotrope Design has in store next.
Stop making me laugh! I didn't do anything. I'm just laughing afterwards.